Let's talk about red stag. They're beautiful animals, they're big. We work this property year-round, we feed protein, and let me tell you, the red stag love protein.
What happens when you have a good feeding program and good habitat is game species of all kinds want to come there and live, and that's really what's happened on our deer lease. And ever since we first got it, we began supplemental feeding programs. But through all of those efforts, especially in the last 3 to 4 years, we've seen this explosion of various exotic animals. And case in point is red stag. You know, we've got several of them that now call our basically deer lease home. So I believe this stag that Kevin's hunting, it's clear he's an escapee from a high fence, but he has been living free range now for 6, 8 years.
So Wade gave me the opportunity to go hunt this guy, and he asked what I want to hunt him with. Well, you know, my first knee-jerk reaction, I'd love to hunt him with a bow. That would prove to be a little more challenging, obviously, but we had several days that we were going to be out at the ranch, and I was going to, you know, have several hunts to try to get him. So we went with the bow.
We're jumping in on the third day of Kevin's red stag hunt out in an area of the property dubbed the Middle Field. Well, so far, he's seen lots of whitetails and a few red deer appearances, but the red stag he has his sights set on has remained elusive.
That's the 9. He's been here every day. He's a good deer. Nice deer. Yeah. That's it. Isn't he cool? He is cool. Is this the first time you've seen him this long? First time I've seen him at all. Oh, okay. He's just taking it easy on him. He's not even trying. Look, they're both going at it now. This is awesome. We got 4 red stag in the field here. They were all going at it, sparring. The one that I want to shoot is out there too. He didn't come close enough for me with my bow. He may still come back by in front, but it is awesome to watch them go at it. Look at it. I don't know if you can see it. They're all, look, all 4 of them. Look at them. It's awesome. That's him right there. 60 yards.
What a night. I finally got to see in person the stag that we've got pictures of, and I mean, he is cool. Overall, a pretty slow night. We had a bunch of whitetail in front of us, had the 9-point. That's a real nice 9-point, gonna be great next year. And then here come the stags, and the big one that we were looking for. Unfortunately, he didn't come close enough to get a shot, but that turned out to be pretty cool because we had a great show. I mean, they were fighting each other. We had 3 of them going at it, and then they broke up and they had 2 different groups, 2 going at it. I mean, it was too cool. So that's what hunting is. You know, it's not necessarily shooting that animal, it's seeing them and what they do. And you know, if we had shot that stag when he first walked out, we would have missed that show. So we'll see, but it was an awesome, awesome hunt.
It's been another 2 days since our red stag made an appearance, but that doesn't mean Kevin hasn't been treated to some exciting displays of nature at its finest.
Here we are again, although today we're a little earlier than yesterday. Difference today between yesterday, the wind, there is no wind at all. So yesterday we had the cool whitetail fight going on in front of us for a little while. That was good entertainment, and had whitetail all around us, so it was a good sit. The highlight of yesterday, we had a big old aoudad come in, and that was pretty awesome. I like watching aoudad. Love to see their chaps. This was a beautiful one. He came out across the field from us, actually bedded down. They like doing a dirt bath in a sense, so he laid in the dirt for a little bit. The hinds at 5 o'clock, they came out. We thought, oh, this is good. Maybe the boys will follow. Unfortunately, right at dark, one of the smaller stags came out with the hinds, but that was it. We didn't see the big guy. But we've had fun sits on the field. You never know what you're going to see. Like I said, the difference between then and today is dead still, so we're not going to be able to move at all, and we'll see what comes in. But here we go. It's another day sitting what we call the middle field.
Well, we saw them again. We had, I think, 6 hinds and their babies come out, and one spike. They crossed the field right in front of us. Would have been perfect. And then quite a bit later, here comes the guy we want to see. Now, he didn't come out where they came out. He came out on the left side of the field from us. He crossed over and joined them. And you know, out of our last hunts, every night they have gone back in front of us, back from our left to our right, and he was right there with them. Problem is, they were at about 50 yards, and I don't feel comfortable shooting that far. So it was a good sit again. They're just crossing a hair too far out of my range with a bow. So we're gonna try it again, but that was our night.
After several days of hunting, the team decided it was time to make some changes to the hunting area. Let's see how Wade spices up the middle field before Kevin returns.
One thing that's very important to me is taking care of and managing a property. And part of the way I like to manage a property is ensure we've got a supplemental feed program, especially in parts of Texas that the natural forage and you know, availability of things for deer and other game to eat is limited. And so what I do is ensure that I can, you know, kind of assist Mother Nature. And there's people out there that dislike that, and that's okay. You know, that's totally your choice. But for me personally, I want to do everything I possibly can to make that game that I have on my property be in better shape and healthier and allow us to have more hunting opportunities. And there's no question in my mind that it pays off when you actively and aggressively work on a program like that. This is what we call the middle field, and it's really stressed right now from the lack of rain. Kevin's been in here actually hunting free-range red deer that have taken up residence on this property. And so far he hasn't had luck on the hunt. We're hoping that's going to change. So one of the things that I'm going to do is actually put out a couple of these blocks right here from Record Rack. These deer blocks right here, you know, they're very palatable to deer. They're not so hard to feel like you're gonna break your teeth when they're eating it. They've got a great wild berry flavor. You can actually smell it when you open them up. And I'm gonna open both of these up and I'm gonna put them out here kind of in the center part of this food plot or this dry pile of dirt right now, hoping that those stag or a big whitetail or something will kind of change this pattern and get a little closer. But regardless if it does or doesn't, anything that's gonna come in here and eat it's gonna get some mineral and some nutritional benefit out of it. So it's a twofold effort. We're trying to get something closer into bow range for this stand right here, while also providing some supplemental feed for our game.
All right, well, I think this is sit number 8 sitting in this field. We have seen our shooter red stag twice, but I'm trying to hunt with my bow and I need him to get closer. He's been out 50 yards. I'd like 35 on the outside just because it's a big animal and that's a long throw. I feel like I have a better chance of being more accurate if I'm in that 35-yard range, so we'll see if he'll come by. So today what we did was we've thrown some record rack mineral blocks out to see maybe if that would be kind of an attractant that would pull them in a little closer. We'll see what happens tonight. It's the middle field.
So when we went out to stand there, we threw those blocks out about, 25 yards or so, and they clicked on. The hinds show up like they have been, like clockwork, and they work their way across the field. They don't come over and see me, but that's okay. I get to watch them cross the field. We have whitetail milling around us. And lo and behold, here he is. I'm in disbelief, like, okay, fine, there he is. And then what's he gonna do? He's gonna walk over to the hinds, because that's what they do. He doesn't. He comes right at me.
I cannot believe that just happened. I don't know what to tell you. We've hunted, I guess, 8 or 9 days. We've seen them 2 or 3 times in this field. They have been all kinds of spooky. We've seen the hinds come out with their babies, and he's come with them. Today he comes out. The hinds, they're here. They're back over here. They didn't cross the field like normal. And he comes out by himself. Instead of working to them, he comes over this way, and he stands right in front of me at probably 20 yards, 22 yards, head on. And he finally turns broadside and gives me a shot. And it looked good. The arrow falls out. I've got my nock sitting out here. He runs at the end of the field and he goes down. That is the most exciting hunt I've ever been on. I cannot believe it. Thanks, everybody. There's our arrow. I didn't get a lot of, oh, it broke off. Broke off in him. Is this not cool or what? Is this not cool or what? Here he is. Free range Texas red stag with my bow and a broken arrow. What do you guys think? Look at this guy. Here he is. I can't hardly hold him up. Didn't make it to the edge of the field. We spent a week and a half watching him. Here he is, right here. I am very excited. He's got a tag in his ear. He got off of some game ranch at some point when he was a little baby, because we watched him grow up. And he's been here. This is a low fence ranch. He's been here for a long time. Now I'm gonna put him on the wall, and we're gonna have a lot of great meat. I can't believe it.
Congratulations, Kevin. This beautiful red stag is a perfect example of the reward that comes with patience and perseverance in hunting.